Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have absolutely nothing planned. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I don't even know what I'm going to say. I gotta get comfortable here. Um, it is so hot here. Today I had to get my shot, um, my info, what's it called? It's like against diseases and stuff, so I had to get that done against the tick issue here in Europe. We have issues with ticks with carrying viruses, so this is not good, and I had to go to the doctor and get a shot in my arm here. So I have to keep it cool, and I have to apply cool compresses to it. And my poor husband had to get two shots. He had to get tetanus and some other immunizations upgraded or updated and stuff. So he's good for 10 years now. I'll be getting mine in like 3 years. So we do keep up with our immunizations and stuff like that. So we're not anti-vaxxers. Vaccines, that's the word I was thinking of. Yeah, so we are not anti-vaccine people. We are actually, my husband's a scientist, so it's like, yeah, we have to get it done. So I've got my yes and no cards here. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to ask. So I just thought I would just yabber about a little bit of stuff, what's going on here and how things are going here. Yeah, as I said, it's like really, really hot here. We are spending a lot of time indoors because it is so hot outside. The sun is very, very hot, and the temperature is about close to 40 degrees, which is very unusual for even for for this time of year, especially here. And everybody's telling us, don't go to Spain right now because it's so hot there and it's like 40 degrees and stuff like that. And 40 degrees is like probably, I guess, over 100 in Fahrenheit, I guess. Its temperatures are like measured a little bit differently in the States than they are over here. So we measure in metric. Everything is metric, which is kind of funny because when you think about it, like when you buy a bottle of cola, you buy a liter bottle. You buy 2 liter bottles. They have the bottles, the 2 liter bottles, and you buy a gallon of milk. I mean, what gives? So these liquids are measured in different ways. You have a liter of cola and you've got a gallon of milk. I don't get that. I've never have, but at any rate, that's just my brain overthinking things, I guess. But at any rate, I got the little monkey that I found. I got him unstuffed. Here he is. I call him Mickey. And I can't believe people throw this stuff away. I really can't. And I find them out on the street, and then I bring them home. I unstuff them, and then this afternoon later, we're gonna go and get him some stuffing. So I just bang my elbow on the table here. I have a table right here where my cars are, and all my dowsing rods and everything are like here, so I can grab them when I need them. So that's pretty cool. So at any rate, yeah, what's going on? Well, we've got somebody who has failed geography, clearly. They don't know that Alaska is a part of the United States. They think that it is part of Russia. I actually have a degree in Russian studies, so yes, the U.S. did buy Alaska from Russia, and Alaska officially became a state in, I think, 1959. So if you watch any, like there's a movie called White Christmas, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye. Love Danny Kaye's movies, by the way. Big fan of his movies. I have one of my favorite Danny Kaye films was The Inspector General from 1949. It's really hilarious. It just showed the boundless talent that this man possessed. But at any rate, in White Christmas, there's a part where the two sisters are sitting and they're talking to each other, and they're talking about the brother who is in the military. And the brother they said the brother was out of the country. They say he was in Alaska. He's out of the country. So Alaska did not officially become a state in the United States until I think 1959. And it was the same year that Hawaii became a state in the United States. So the 49th and 50th state. I mean, you would think that somebody who's a president of the United States would actually know this, that Alaska is a part of the U.S. But clearly his brain is turned into guacamole, and he doesn't know this. So I'm going to um, I'm going to ask the yes and no cards. Okay, I just thought of a question. I'm going to ask the yes and no card. Was that a conscientious declaration that he made about the Alaska? Was that a conscientious declaration, or is that a conscientious declaration? We'll say it first. Was that a conscientious declaration? Let's stop. Blank card. I'm getting all these blank cards these days. Blank card. I guess that means. Whoops! The cards just went. Oh, cards just went for a tumble bumble here. Okay. I think that means that maybe it was a conscientious thing that he said that, and maybe it wasn't. I mean, it's just kind of hard. Um, is he actually aware that Alaska is the one of the 49th or 50th state of the U.S.? I think it's the 49th, actually. So is he aware that Alaska is actually a state in the U.S.? Is he aware that Alaska is a state in the U.S.? Another blank card. Okay. I want to take all these blank cards out. Like, um, okay, does he have dementia? We'll just say this. Does he have dementia? Frontal lobe dementia. Does he have dementia? Says no. There we go. Okay. Does he have Alzheimer's? Because Alzheimer's and dementia are not the same. There's a little bit of a difference. Um, my friend's mother actually has dementia, and it's not fun, and she has a very difficult time with it. Um, so it is Alzheimer's and dementia are two different things, two different conditions. Does he have Alzheimer's? And it says no. Ah, where's the? This is like really hard to do because there we go. Part of the reason is because there's so much light coming in from outside, so it's hard to see the words on the cards. At any rate, um, okay. Is there something wrong with his brain? Say it straight up. Is there something wrong with his brain? And I get another blank card. Um, I'm not getting any answers here, so I don't know if he really is aware that Alaska is a state. I have no idea if he really believes that Alaska is part. Does he believe that Alaska is part of Russia? Does he believe that Alaska is part of Russia? Um, yes, they bought Alaska from Russia a long time ago, but does he truly believe that Alaska is a part of Russia? And I'll take it from the top here. Okay, that's yes, he does. He believes that Alaska is a part of Russia, so he thinks he's going out of the country to. This is the president of the United States who believes that Alaska is a part of Russia. But whatever the case, is something big going to happen while he's in Alaska? Is something big going to happen while he's in Alaska? Something big going to happen while he's in Alaska. Something big's going to happen. Okay. So I guess we'll move on to the tarot and see what the cards have to say here. I'm doing using the Gilded Tarot again. I just ordered a new tarot deck yesterday, It's called Teddy Bear Tarot. So that's going to be a really fun deck to play around with. And I'll show it to you when I get it. But that's kind of cool. So I've got the Gilded Tarot here, and we're going to ask what will happen in Alaska. What something big is supposed to happen in Alaska. What will happen? What can the cards tell me about what's going to happen on Friday when the two nasties meet in Alaska? Aside from like, I don't know, hamburger overdoses and I don't know. What's going what's going to happen when the two nasties meet in Alaska? I know a lot of readers are reading on this, and I just want to try it out and see what I get. I haven't watched any of the videos on Alaska, so I don't know. I think the only one I watched was Libby's video. She read on it, and she went really down a rabbit hole with it. I don't know if I could go down a rabbit hole with this, but I'm going to see what's going to happen in Alaska on Friday. One more poker shuffle, they said. Okay, let's see what we got. Whoops, yes, no cards just went flying. I gotta move these. They're laminated, so I gotta move them so they don't get in the way. Okay. Well, I don't think we need any more cards. We got the devil energy going. Well, these two are pretty much the personification of the devil energy. So, um, put them together, and you got double the devil energy. So, okay. So we've got the double energy going on. I'm going to try something. I'm going to pull just okay, so we got this card here, and this is the two of them meeting in Alaska. And this gives me the impression that neither one of them can trust the other. There's no trust, there's no honor among thieves, if you will. This is the notion that these two people are meeting in this place and they're up to no good. And this energy is saying who can bamboozle the other one quicker and who's going to come out on top. So that is the energy that they're swimming in with this. And it's crossed with the Five of Cups. Disappointment. So who's going to be disappointed? The American people? Or either one of these two bozos? Okay, there's no love lost here. The Russian politician that I admired was Gorbachev, and I mentioned yesterday Andrei Sakharov, as a human rights activist. So yeah, those are the kinds of people that I admire, and those are the kinds of people that I respect. Navalny is another one that I respected, and I bless all their souls. They're no longer with us, but those were the ones that I really respected. But the Five of Cups is like absolute disappointment. And being crossed with the devil, this is going to be fun. This reading is going to be Schadenfreude 101. The underarching energy is the Chariot. This is like moving forward, but not moving forward at all. This is like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. This is what I get. That they want something for each. They want something. They really want something. But I don't think either one of them is going to accomplish anything because they're going to be going forward, then going back, then going forward, then going back, and they're going to be like stationary. And it's going to be like jogging in place. And that's what we're going to see. We're going to see both of these people basically jogging in place, trying to get what they want out of everything, but only managing to make utter fools of themselves. That's the feeling that I get with it. In the immediate past, we have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is about choices and decisions and deciding. This is to me like making a blind choice. And I think that this is what is going on with both of these individuals, is that they're both they're blindly making a choice, trying to do what is best for them, but not being able to do much of anything because they're blindfolded. They don't know what the hell they're doing. The overarching energy is the Three of Swords. You can't make this stuff up. And it couldn't happen to a more deserving couple of twats. But this is heartbreak. This is treason. This is all this, and oh my giddy aunt, I cannot believe these cards. This is about heartbreak. This is about treason. This is about knife. Who's going to knife who's going to knife who in the back first? What I would give to be the fly on the wall during this meeting, or better yet said, confrontation. Because that's what it looks like with this card, overarching energy. As the Three of Swords, ouch! In the immediate future, we have the Tower card. I can't believe this. This reading is unbelievable. I thought yesterday's reading was good, but this one is this was over and beyond what I expected. Tower card is disaster. This is the crumbling. And this looks like that they're going to absolutely destroy each other. I did shuffle these cards, okay? There's no cards have been put in this order. This is what I'm getting. That these guys are they're meeting and it's going to be an absolute disaster. This is going to be an absolute disaster. Everybody get your popcorn ready. This is going to be a disaster for these people. So swords. New journeys, new beginnings. Yeah, somebody's going to be on a new beginning, that's for sure. Or either that or they're going to go up the river. My goodness. Yeah, this is really, I don't know what position this card is in. I don't know if it's a hopes and fears. Let me check the map here because this is like unbelievable. Um, Yeah, because I always get the last four cards. I always get them mixed up as to where they are in the Celtic Cross. So let me get this out here and let me see what this says because this is so crazy. Okay, this is this is the emotional concerns regarding the situation going up the river. Oh boy, oh boy. Um, this is yeah. This is the emotions that they have. They're like both wanting to move forward. They're both wanting to start a new journey. They're both wanting to get through all of the stuff, but they know that have to use each other. They have to get what they can from each other, and neither one of them have anything noble in mind. How other people see you, the Nine of Wands. This is the crumbling. This is the falling apart. This is the oh my God. This is just the complete and utter shambles. They see these people as totally weak and discombobulated. They can't do anything. They're not able to do anything. They're not able to get beyond one moment to the next. They are totally, totally seen as weak and just absolutely awful. Um, um, what you wish for. Well, yeah, you wish for they wish for the Six of Cups. This is a naive kind of feeling, childlike, uh, childlike overcoming, getting through, what have you. The Six of Cups is really kind of the idea of, this is like this is what they want. They want to be able to have this, they want to be able to have this meeting and have it come out to the best of their advantage. They want to be able to be seen as somebody that they look good and that they want to be seen as like these kids, this sort of this innocent and revered and liked and admired and what have you. So it's all this. It's a really naive stance, and it's a very childish. I won't say childlike because childlike is good, but childish kind of stance that they want this to bring them to, this really good, place. Final outcome, it's a Two of Wands. This is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck because it is about that choice. And we have the Two of Swords here, and we have the Two of Wands here as the outcome. And the outcome is everybody they're going to both have a choice, and they're going to have to make a decision about what it is they're going to do, and what they are going to do will have an impact on everybody. I mean, it will have on the world, but this is the choice. And this is like each one of them was going to have a choice to make when this is all said and done. What is this person going to do? How are they going to handle all of this? What is going to happen to them, and how are they going to proceed? And so that's the final outcome of the thing. I'm going to pull a couple more cards just to see what we got. What else we got? We got the Ten of Pentacles. This is I think this is like the kind of thing of like, what's in it for me? What can I obtain, or what can I get out of this? And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, this is a new beginning, a new charting, a new way, or a new course, or what have you. And then we have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups, I mean, this looks like the cups are overturned. You've got overturned cups, and you've got this guy walking away. And is this the people, or is this these two leaders just walking away from the meeting, not having accomplished very much? But it is what it is. But I cannot believe these cards. Here, let's just recap. We started with the Devil. Then we went to the Five of Cups. Then we went to the Chariot. Then we had the Two of Swords. Then we had the Three of Swords. Then we had the Six of Swords. No, we had the Tower. Tower came out. And then we had the Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands, Six of Cups, and finally the Two of Wands. This is not a good draw for what's going to happen in. This is not going to be a good draw for what's going to happen in Alaska on Friday. Let's do. I'm going to do 4 cards for each of them. Okay, so I don't want to go into their energies too much, but I'm going to do 4 cards for the Russian leader, and then for the U.S. leader. And I will not say their names. I refuse to say either one of their names because I think they're both. The devil energy is really kind of there. So first, we're going to do the Russian leader. What is in the energy for the Russian leader? What is in the energy for the Russian leader? What is in the energy for the Russian leader? What is the energy of the Russian leader? I'm just going to pull the 4 cards, and then I'll show them to you. Okay, we've got the first card is the Chariot. Again, going forward, trying to move forward, but not being able to. And given what's going on in Ukraine and how he's handling Ukraine, this is pretty much him in a nutshell. He takes 2 steps forward, thinking that he's got it in the made in the shade, and then he ends up going backwards. And then we've got the Eight of Swords. He is creating his own bind. He's bound, but by his own actions and his own. He's bound, like tied up by his own actions and by his own decisions. And then we've got the Three of Swords. Again, this treason, this evil, this heartbreak, this just, yeah. And then finally we got the Eight of Pentacles, which I think is about money. What can he benefit financially from this? Right now, the Russian army is in disarray. Everything is kind of a mess, and he is kind of dealing with that. He doesn't know what to do. He's kind of at a loss. So he's doing this meeting to see what money he can get out of the U.S. president. That's the cards I got for him. Okay, I'm gonna put these back, slot these back in. Now shuffle again, and then we'll see what the big fat orange problem, what his problem is. I could think of a few things, but I won't go there. Anyway, so we got the big fat orange problem now. What's his intentions? What's his energy about with regards to Alaska? Uh, what is the energy for the big fat orange problem? What is the energy for the big fat orange problem? One more poker shuffle. That one. Guys seem determined for these cards to be on top. So here we go. One, two, three. Okay, his cards are a little bit more positive, which not by much, but at any rate. Six of Pentacles. He's out for money too. I mean, he wants to see what he can financially obtain from this, and he is seeing what. But there's also, when you look at this card a little closer, you have hands reaching out for the money. You've got hands reaching out, wanting something. So this is his. Um, he's wanting to see what he can benefit from this meeting. What will benefit him and what will benefit his ideology. And then we got the Hermit card. And in this instance, the Hermit card is shining a light in the darkest place. And I think that it is in this position, I think that what is going on is he's trying to find anything and everything he can to divert the light and get the light away from what he's been doing, and because of his scandals and everything that's going on with him, he's trying like hell to get the light diverted away from him and onto something else. And I think that that's what this means. He is hoping that by shining this little bit of light on Alaska, that it will obscure or uh it will make the problems that he's facing at home go away. And maybe that's why he thought Alaska was not in the country. Maybe he thought that, maybe unconsciously, he thought that he felt like that if this was out of the country, then he would be away from all the troubles and all the problems that he's facing at home. And we had the Page of Pentacles. This is, light energy here. Um, I don't see anything really outwardly positive about it, but what I see in him is this. I always see him as like a flamboyant. You know, I remember watching Howl's Moving Castle, and I was watching this part where Sophie's walking to the castle to meet with the sorceress who works for the king. And she's walking, and there's this. She's looking around, trying to find out. Hal said that he would be in disguise and he would follow her. And she makes a remark, oh, it couldn't be a pair there was like some birds flying overhead, and she said, oh, it couldn't be a pigeon, he's way too flamboyant for that. And that's what I always think of when I see this card, because you've got the peacock here, this flamboyancy, this idea, and I think that what he's trying to do is he's trying to show himself as this flamboyant person. And I think that's what the ballroom is about. I think that's what all those things are about. He's trying to show people that he's so flamboyant, and he's so with it and all this. But basically what he's doing is making a total fool of himself. But that's the image that I get, is like this idea of, oh, he couldn't be doing that because he's way too flamboyant for that. And that's what all this stuff with the gold and this icky ballroom and all this other crap that he's trying to do. He's trying to show people, he's trying to come across as being this really flamboyant person, but what's really coming across is that he's just an idiot. And then finally, we got the Ten of Cups. I don't know why, why this would be happy families, positive connection, unity, what have you. I don't, maybe this is what he hopes would happen when he gets together with the Russian leader, that this will create this kind of unification of the people and of, and that it might unify the people back behind him. And I think that that's what the intention is, to cast dispersions on everything that's going on, and to try to distract people from everything. Yesterday, I did a reading on this, and after going round and around and around and around, I just had to conclude that all the stuff that he was doing was just a distraction. That was all it was. It was just distracting, 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 and trying to refocus the attention on everything. And that is that is what he is doing with the DC police. That is what he's doing with this trip to Alaska. He's trying so hard to divert the focus away from his scandals and onto um, something else. He's trying, he's probably not going to succeed. Well, let's just ask the yes or no cards. Um, will he succeed in distracting people away from the e-files? I won't say the name, I'll just say the e-files. Will he be successful in distracting people away from the files? Will he be will he be able to distract people away from the files? And I get a blank card. Again, a blank card. But under that, I get a yes. Um I have to see if okay. Will the Democrats will the Democrats call his bluff? I think they're starting to, but let's just ask the cards. Will the Democrats call his bluff? Will the Democrats call his bluff? Yes, they will call his bluff. Let's just ask again. Will he be successful? Whoops, cards are flying out. There we go. Will he be successful in getting um, with the will he be successful with the DC police? Will he be successful with the DC police? Another blank card. Um, this is a maybe. Maybe he will, maybe he will. I don't know why the energy feels this way. It feels very strange. Um, I feel like that he will be successful with regard to taking over the police. Um, but I also get the impression that a lot of police officers are going to quit. And I think that what's happening right now is that the people that are legitimately in these jobs, these people who have a conscience, who are their conscience or their guides, and their conscience are letting them their conscience is guiding them through. And I just wonder, is this going to is that why the cards are saying that is this why the cards are saying that that he will succeed, because the people that are conscientious are leaving? Is that the message? Are the people who are conscientious leaving? Are they leaving? And that's why. And then I get no. I don't. Okay, then have they always been uh, supportive? Have the police always been supportive of this kind of thing? Have the police been supportive of this kind of thing? Supportive of this kind of thing. Well, that's reassuring. No, they're not. So I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is happening, but I think that it is kind of tragic what's happening. But I think that it's also a diversion tactic, and I think that what we have to do is keep ourselves not focused entirely on these files, but um, keep pushing back and see what's going to happen in the coming days or weeks. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't know. At this point, I am kind of at a loss. I don't know what cards to what reads to do or what questions to ask, and I just am really I'm tired. I'm just really tired. So that's where I'm at. So I'm going to wrap it up, and I hope you have a great day. See what happens. Maybe it's the heat. Maybe that's why I'm so blah. Maybe that's why the meditations aren't working and why I'm just really kind of taking the pause for everything just to see when the heat kind of goes away and that autumn comes and we're not sitting here sweltering and swimming in our own juices here because it's really hot. I have the fan off because I'm doing the reading and everything, and the door's closed, and it is hot in here. We have no air conditioning in Germany in the homes. We don't have air conditioning, and so we just have fans and open doors and open windows and things like that. It's just always been the way it is. And now with things getting with climate change and everything, then things are getting a little bit more difficult to kind of contend with. So that's where we're at. Anyway, so I hope you have a great day. Sorry that that didn't work out as well as I had intended or I'd hoped. The yes and no cards have been giving me really a challenge. So I'm I'm not maybe it's because I really want the answers. You know, when I pick these up and I go and I pick a card and I question what's going on, maybe maybe one of the things that's going on is that I'm so invested in the answer and that the questions that I think are yes come up with no, and it's just my guide either my guides are telling me, look, if you want honest answers, you have to ask the questions and not have any expectations about what the answer is going to be, but rather let the answer come. And I think that that's what it is. That's what's going on because I go into asking the questions and my skin being, I guess you could say, says, yeah, the answer is going to be yes. The answer is going to be yes. And then I pick up the card and it's a no. And then I'm like, why? And then I ask another question and I pick up the card and I think it's going to be yes and it's no. And then I pick up a card and I say, "Oh, I want it to be I hope that the answer is going to be no and the answer is yes." So it's that's what it is. And then when I ask a question and I think, "Okay, I'm trying to be as objective as I can in asking the question," and I pick up the card and I get this. So that is what's going on. That is what is happening. And maybe it is and I think it is my guides telling me that this is a really good way to ask questions, but you have to do it without expecting what the answer is going to be. You have to just ask the questions and let the answers fall as they will. So that is what we're at. That's where we're at. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. And so I'm going to let the cards fall as they may, and then I will see what happens. So there you go. So hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing as I go through the hoops of learning all of this stuff and trying to do it. And yeah, thank you very much, and have a good day. Stay hydrated, and I'll see you tomorrow. And as always, namaste.